Welcome back to Bombtastic Gaming. I'm Jake. Thank y'all for tuning in and all the support. It is greatly appreciated. But if you haven't already, hit the like, the subscribe, and click that bell so you can get notifications when new videos like this one drop. Okay, so for this one, we have another board game covering video for you. It is called The Real Game of Life. No, it's not the one by, I believe, Milton Bradley, the Game of Life. So we found this one. It's warning. There's a warning on it. It's not safe for children or for work, but because it definitely has some like controversial adult topics in this game. So if you don't enjoy that type of stuff, totally respect it. I would say probably skip this video. But if not, it's a fun, interesting board game. I will post the link for the video where you can check out the board game in the description of this video, but it's called gameofreallife.com. So basically what happens is, as you can see here, we have the board out. It comes with a just random assortment of rocks, a dice, these little near-death experience cards. As you can see, if it focuses up, it's kind of hard. A little bag that it comes in, and then 2 of these diary books. So for the purpose of this game, every character will eventually die in the game. However, the objective is to get smiley faces, or happiness as the game calls it. The person with the most happiness at the end of the game wins. So what happens is you all start off here. You roll to start the game. So you roll to see if you're male or female. You roll to see if you are poor, middle, or rich. And as well, then you roll for your starting health points. So basically, or you flip a coin, but it's heads or tails. Heads, males, tails, female. You roll the dice. So 1, 2 is poor, and you start off with 0 money. 3, 4, middle, you get 10. And 5 and 6, you're rich, and you start off with $1,000. Then you roll for your starting health points. So whatever it is, 1 through 6, you just add a 0 to it. That's your starting health. The starting money doesn't affect. I mean, you can buy stuff as you start off. However, once you roll, you just start moving, and each space has specifics that affect the story. And that's where the diary piece comes in. So you write, like, you'll start off, say male, middle, and that's what you'll start off with. Then you roll, and there are ways to get like health and lose it. So like the first couple ones are like here, you become orphaned and you get 10 health. So it's feed organic food, so you get 10 health. Then there's one where you lose 5 health, you become orphaned. There's one where you just get a smiley face. You're like this one, your drunken parents beat you up, you lose 3 health. So as you go, you write these down, and these key terms, so like, for instance, if you hit orphan, now throughout the game, if you land on a space that involves something with parents, that space doesn't affect you. And as you roll, there are, as well, drugs. And then you come over here to this like greenish table that I'm trying to outline here with my finger. And it'll tell you like whichever one you roll on. So like this one is drugs, sugar, tobacco. There's alcohol. Then there's some more extreme drugs. And you just roll the dice and do what it says. Now some will get you smileys, and others will cause you to lose your health. Now, there's no rules in the game. All the rules are as well printed like right here in the top of the box lid. So, the game of real life. So if your character dies in the middle of the game, which we have done as well, you can just start over, build a new character, and start. Like, it doesn't matter how far somebody has made it, because they can eventually die off, and you can just play for as long as you would like. This is like your adolescence. Then once you come here, this triple path area, it depends. So if you're poor, you'll hear middle and rich, or vice versa. it determines what job you'll get. So then you'll write your job and you get income. Like based on what job it'll tell you, hey, income is this much. Then there's these green spaces around the board that say payday. When you land there, you gain your income. However, the key, like if you really get lucky and win, it's like hard to get. But if you're poor, you can become a shaman, which then your payday, you lose all your money, but paydays are smileys. And then there's different choices. You can choose to get married, and then there's sex things for male and female, depending on what which your character is, and the choices you can choose. Like, oh yes, I'll have sex. You roll, and then there's chances to get pregnant, or if you're a male, impregnate the woman, and then there's choices on there. And then it determines, though, if you have like a family, have kids, it determines like the path here which you take, which is like your young adult life. There is this blue spot right here in between my hands that you become disabled, and then you get double smileys whenever you land somewhere. And then there's different weird spaces as you go that just give you life, take life. You can clone yourself, like over here in this little pink one that's just above my hand. Then there's this space called war right here in between it. It's really small. And you roll and different things happen. However, if you land on war and you roll a 6, that ends the game. It's a nuclear fallout war. But regardless, there's many ways to die and gain happiness. But if you can make it past, once you get up here, this is like the end of life like time frame. There's 3 what they call black hole nursing homes. So if you land on them, you will eventually die. You just roll until you die, lose your points, but there's chances to get smileys. However, if you're lucky to avoid those and you get here to this final white space, you just roll until you lose all your life. But it's 1 through 5 is just different levels of smileys that you get. And then once you roll a 6, you lose all your life. But it's just, and then there are also, so the cards that I tried to show you, they're just, all it says is near-death experience. So if you, in the event, if you have one of these, you gain it like over here. If you have one of these and you choose, and you like your character would die, you can turn this in and you save your character and you return with just 10 health left. So it's kind of like a bonus life, if you will. And then, as I said, like each space that you land on, depending on how you guys like to do it, when we play, we write down like everything and we kind of make it a story. Then at the end of the game, we just read it all off as like a story. And I'll show you the lid. Here is like, see, they have it all written out. So it says, my parents tried to love me. I'm addicted to sugar. I'm ugly. And my first kiss is a smelly kid. I try sex and get pregnant at the age of 16. I have a baby girl. I name her Hope. Like, so you can just, you make it a story for entertainment. And then it'll show, like, see, this one that they put had, its income was 2. So every time they land on the income or the payday spot, they get 2. Shows like every time you get a smiley, you just add 1. And then your pre-game health, and then as you take it down and gain, and then same with like your money. And that's basically it. It's a fun game, definitely fun when you play it the larger group. There's no real limit to the number of people that you can play with. The base game came with 6 of these rocks, so that kind of limits you, unless you incorporate different pieces into the game to represent characters. That's basically what you'll get. Comes with two pretty thick diary pads for the writing. I'm not sure. I think you can buy more. I haven't checked it out. We just bought the base game. I want to say it was about $50 for everything that was included that I've shown y'all. I like I said, I don't know if you can buy more extra stuff like outside of it. It is I think this gentleman that created it on his own, like makes everything by scratch from what we got from when we purchased this. it's a lot of fun. But like I said, there is kind of, depending on your worldviews and how you feel about things, there are definitely risque topics in the game. You know, it just covers like all of life itself. So it definitely is fun, but entertaining. So, you know, check it out at your own risk. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more content like this. Until next time, have a blessed one and take care.